What's up, everyone? Back for another Whodunit Beer review, and today's beer comes courtesy of a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Jeff, aka NoJinx. So thank you very much, Jeff. You know I appreciate it. In the description box, I will post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Jeff sent my way, and he actually sent me 4 different Whodunit beers. Now, if you are unfamiliar with what Whodunit beer reviews are, they're basically mystery/blind beer reviews, and how it works is somebody will wrap up and conceal a beer like Jeff did with this one, and then they will either send or give me said beer, and then I will review the beer like I do any other beer on my channel, with the lone exception being I have no idea what the beer is. So at the end of the review, I try to guess the beer style, its ABV, and if I'm feeling kind of confident, I'll try to guess the beer exactly, although it's very rare that happens. Then I will rate the beer and reveal the beer to both you and myself and see how I do. Now, I can't do these without viewers, so I'm really happy Jeff sent me 4 of these because they're a lot of fun to do. They challenge your palate. And they're just a lot of fun. Some of the most enjoyable beer reviews are Whodunit beer reviews for me. Now, what do I know about this beer specifically? Well, I know that Jeff sent it my way, and Jeff resides in Michigan, and it's in a 16-ounce can. Outside of that, I have no idea. So we will find out together. Now, I love the wrapping paper, the festive, Santa on here. Now, he sent me these, I think, a little bit after Christmas. So it would have made more sense if I did them around there, but I was hit with the flu, was out of commission for about a week and a half, so now I'm doing them in mid-January. Whatever. With the mystery beers, though, really doesn't matter based on the date or any of that stuff, because I'm trying to guess what's in the can here in this situation, and also say this is a super fresh hazy IPA or whatever. If it has a couple more weeks on it, we'll see how it tastes to my palate. So let me give it a roll here because I don't know the style. This could be a lager, could be an imperial stout, could be whatever, but we'll give it a little bit of a roll here before I pour it. Now, this has been out of my fridge for approximately about 45 minutes now at the time of review. So we'll see. I don't always know when to drink these, or a little bit of a cheat there. All right, I don't know like the temperature, so I always do like 45 minutes just to be safe. So let's give it a pour. That is interesting. Very interesting. That's looking to me, right from the get-go, red ale, maybe like a wee heavy Scotch ale, maybe a brown ale. So yeah, that pours out this really deep like caramel color. Yeah, very turbid and murky, can't really see through. A little bit lighter of like toffee tinges down here. Had about a half finger of this lightly tan colored head, creamy looking. Now it's dissipated to about a 1/4 of a head. Yeah, looks nice. There is some alcohol legs on here, so I'm gonna say that this is a bigger ABV beer. Let's get a nose. So my guess here is this is a barrel-aged beer, based on what I'm smelling. Has like a peppery bourbon kind of whiskey note. Underneath it, caramel, toffee, molasses, sweeter, like dark fruits too. Getting a little bit of oak tannin as well. The spirit is here, like I said, like a peppery kind of bourbon. Wow, I haven't. So I wish, see, now this is 40-45 degrees out of my fridge. Down here is in the low 60s. This is probably in like the 50-55 range at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have taken this out now like 15-20 minutes earlier. I'm getting also like a pepper note too, which is very strange. It almost has like a slightly green pepper. So there could be coffee in here that's faded. I have no idea. Yeah, it smells pretty good. What is that? Oh, vanilla. Okay, so I'm thinking this is barrel aged, and if it's not, then my mind is just shot, and my palate is shot, and my nose is shot, and everything's shot. So right now, based on what I see and what I smell, I'm gonna say this is a barrel aged, wee heavy, maybe old ale, something in that realm. A darker, sweeter, more robust kind of style, and definitely barrel aged. There could be coffee in here that's faded a little bit, could be extra vanilla, but that's what I'm guessing. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Jeff. Definitely barrel-aged. Definitely a bigger beer. Carbonation on this one, so mouthfeel right from the get-go. Right from the get-go, this, to me, seems like a little bit of an aged beer. Seems like it has some oxidation to it, a little bit of like a papery thing, but the carbonation is also a little bit lacking. This is like mildly carbonated. It seems not flat, but just undercarb. It's really soft and smooth, not really creamy, but definitely seems like it's a little bit undercarb. The body is higher side of medium, approaching low full. It's almost giving me like barley wine-esque kind of vibes to it. All right, so the body, higher side of medium body. The mouthfeel, a little bit undercarbonated, soft, smooth. Seems like it has a little bit of oxidation to it. I'm getting like a papery kind of thing going on. The characteristics of the beer itself, though, the taste, there's elements of a caramel, a toffee, a slight molasses, almost a toasty brown bread. Dark fruits are here. A little bit of figgy, date, plum, almost sweet or dark cherry. Halfway through the palate's where the kind of like a vanilla comes in, and an oak tannin, and the spirit itself, I feel, and again, I'm saying spirit itself like I know what the fuck this beer is, but I'm definitely getting a mild like barrel-aged presence to this one. In the nose, it was more intense. In the taste, a little bit dialed back, but there is an oak tannin thing kind of hanging out mid-palate. And yeah, vanilla. Vanilla oak, there's a substantial dryness, like a semi-dry to full-on dry finish, in addition to a slight residual sweetness. It is a little boozy, but for what I'm thinking is a 10 to 12% kind of barrel-aged beer, I'd say this drink's more like 8 or 9. I have a feeling this is a bigger beer, just because of the barrel, the alcohol legs, just the intensity to the nose and whatnot. There is a substantial warming into the chest, into the stomach. So I'm feeling this has to be a bigger beer, like to my palate right now. So what is this beer? Well, I'm kind of at a loss of the base style. It could be one of like, I think 4 styles. So this could be I think it's barrel aged. So I think this is gonna be either a barrel aged wee heavy, a barrel aged barley wine, barrel aged wheat wine, or a barrel aged old ale. I think I'm gonna take old ale out of the equation because not many places put old ales in beer in cans like this. So I'm just gonna eliminate that. Don't think this is a barley wine. So it comes down to, is this a wheat wine or wee heavy? All right, just gonna say wheat wine. And the reason for that is, when I drink wee heavies or barrel-aged wee heavies, I think they have more caramel and toffee and just like that sweet dark cherry. This has that, but it also has this like weird character that I'm getting. It could be if they're using wheat, it could be the wheat. It could maybe just have the barrels playing with the base beer. But I think this is a wheat wine. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head, 12-ounce or 16-ounce cans, wheat wines. Wheat wines? Or is it wee heavy? Fuck my sake. Listen, I'm gonna just lock in wheat wine, but if this is a wee heavy, I would not be surprised. So I'm gonna say this is 11.5% barrel-aged wheat wine, no adjuncts, just barrel-aged. I'm gonna say bourbon, and I think this is a vintage of something. I wanna say this has at least 2 or 3 years on it. I'm gonna say 2017. I'm going to be totally wrong. This is a barrel-aged wheat wine, 11.5% alcohol by volume, 2017 vintage bourbon barrels. Fuck my life. All right, so I'm not really super confident about this one. Spilling beer everywhere like an idiot. We'll pour it all in so I don't spill it when I'm cracking it open. We'll throw this over here for now, and I'll kind of try to do the reveal. So the only thing that was, if you look up here, not flush with the tape, but it only shows nothing. It shows the can itself. So here we go. What is this beer? Watch it be like 8%, non-barrel aged. I have no idea what this is. Oh yeah, this is I'm totally wrong on this. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, bourbon brown. Wow, don't even tell me this is like 5%. Espresso beans, so I was getting that in the nose. This is like 9%, okay. Well, I didn't do a terrible job, but I also didn't do a great job, let's just say that. So, wow, barrel-aged brown, huh? So, I'm gonna get caught in the tape over here. So this is from Griffin Claw, their Downtown Bourbon Brown, a brown ale aged in bourbon barrels with espresso beans. 9% ABV, 22 IBUs. Does it have a can down date? It does not. So Jeff, I'd imagine this is fresh. So a couple things. That's pretty much wrong. I didn't say brown ale because it looked like a brown ale pouring out, but this had like wheat wine characteristics or like wheat heavy characteristics. And, you know, brown ales have like a caramel, caramel toffee, you know, brown bread, shit like that. The barrels, obviously, I knew was barrel aged 9%. Yeah, this drinks, like I said, like 8 or 9%. But I thought because of the alcohol legs, I thought because of the warming in my chest, this was a higher, like, you know, 11, 12%. So definitely off. So I said barrel aged wheat wine that was a bourbon barrel aged wheat wine, 11.5%. And I thought it was a 2017 vintage. Turns out it's a barrel aged imperial brown ale at 9%. And it's not aged as far as I know. Again, they don't have a date anywhere. What the fuck? Come on, Griffin Claw. No date. They usually say like the vintage if it is, but maybe not. Now the espresso beans. I was getting that green pepper vibe in the nose. It definitely, like I said, it could be coffee, could be pepper, but I thought it was green pepper. In the taste, I get no coffee in this. Like there is absolutely no coffee in this beer to my palate. Let me go back just to make sure. No, to me, there's no coffee in this beer. And there is an oxidation, almost papery thing still going on. I stand by that because that's my palate, but yeah. So, didn't do a great job. Pretty much missed. And I'm okay with that because what I taste here is a bigger beer alcohol-wise, or I guess right in the realm, 9% is fine. But this has more of like a wheat wine, wheat heavy kind of influence. So props to them on the base of this beer being an imperial brown ale. I think it has more flavors than I typically associate with an imperial brown ale. It definitely pick up the barrel characteristics, but the espresso beans, non-existent for me in the taste, was getting a green pepper in the nose. And when it comes down to it, this does have a slight oxidation, papery type of feel to it to me. So 2017 vintage is what I guessed because I thought it was oxidized, a little bit older. Turns out it's probably not, but Jeff, let me know if this is a fresh can as far as you know, because if it's aged maybe a couple years or something, at least it makes sense. If not, then yeah. I didn't rate it, did I? I would have gave this a straight 4 out of 5. I did not rate it. 4 out of 5 for me. I enjoy it, but I feel like that oxidation, a little bit lacking. The mouthfeel too, being a little bit undercarbed and just kind of soft and not really anything else going on. But I will say the body, 9%. It was higher side of medium, low, full. So yeah, I'm just kind of rambling now. Let me know what you think about how I did. I don't think I did a great job. Probably one of the worst in the last 6 months for me. But at the same time, after drinking this and drinking it after revealing it and whatnot, yeah, it's a good beer. 4 out of 5 would definitely indicate that. But at the end of the day, just the oxidation, the lack of the espresso beans in the palate, kind of take a hit for this beer. So thanks again to Jeff for sending this one my way. I have 3 more that I'll be reviewing over the next 3 weeks. I'm pretty much posting 1 a week on Sunday at this point. So be on the lookout next Sunday for another Whodunit Beer review. And once again, thanks to Jeff for hooking me up with all these goodies. It was a lot of fun to do. Appreciate it, good sir. Take it easy, everybody. To the next one. Cheers.